Something that I've been feeling a lot lately is this fear of not doing enough and not making the most of my time. And I'll tell you why exactly I might be feeling this way. I guess it's because everyone around you keeps saying things like, if you're in your 20s, you should be making the most of it, you should be traveling the world, you should be taking on new projects, you should be experimenting. And I feel like I'm not doing enough of it. My life feels somewhat stagnant and I feel stuck, although I have been trying to do as much as possible. It's like I've been flailing my arms in every direction hoping to move forward, but just in vain. I start something and I cannot be consistent with it. I take on new projects only for it to get stalled somewhere in between because of reasons that are out of my control. I don't know. And yeah, when I think about it, when I reflect upon it, it feels like this fear, this worry is a little irrational because I am in my early 20s and I do have my whole life ahead of me. And there are very real constraints that have been stopping me from living this kind of an adventurous life that I want to live. Financial constraints and certain circumstantial constraints. I am, after all, a full time student pursuing a master's in psychology. I live on campus, which really does not allow me to go outside as much as I would like to. So, there are a lot of things that are beyond my control, and I keep telling myself that I need to be happy with what I have, and I am happy with what I have. I am grateful, obviously, but it's this restlessness, it's this feeling, it's this unsettling feeling that doesn't seem to go away. And I think that feeling is important because that's what pushes me forward. At least that's what motivates me to do something. But then again, I have to remind myself every now and then to take it slow and to not bite off more than I can chew. There's this quote by Sartre, I think. It's from his book Age of Reason. The character says, I haven't bitten into anything. I have lived a toothless life. And it feels like it's not that I haven't bitten into anything. That's not the problem. It's the fact that I want to bite into a lot of things at the same time. I want to do so many things. I want to not commit. And commitment is, yeah, it's a scary word for me. And a lot of people would be quick to judge this as commitment issues, but I don't think that's what this is. I feel like it's coming from a place of wanting to explore my identity a little more because every time I think I know who I am and what I am and what I want, it turns out that it's only a temporary feeling. And I later realized that, oh, okay, this is not actually what I want. So I guess the best way to decide what you want and figure out is to fuck around, as they say, fuck around and find out, right? I think to be able to fuck around is also a marker of privilege because I don't think a lot of us get to have this very important phase of exploring our identities and seeing what we like. But if you have the money, if you have resources, if you have parents who are very understanding, if you yourself can make a few sacrifices, if you can keep your career on hold for a few years, then yeah, it is something that you can do. But I think there is, at the same time, there is this feeling of wanting to settle down and finally commit to something for the rest of your life and find your passion, find your goal, find your purpose in life. I don't know, it's these two opposing forces that I'm torn between, and I think everyone who is my age is torn between. I was talking to my friend recently, and even he was saying how he's been doing so many things, but nothing seems to move him forward. Like there is a lot going on, but there is no momentum. I just hope that the things that I've been doing somehow will compound into something in the future, or it will make sense in the future. And I have to live with the questions now, as Rilke says. Maybe I will understand the importance of everything that I'm doing in the future, even if it seems very unimportant and pointless now. Yeah, I think I just have to be more patient with myself. Patience is something that I've been realizing the importance of a lot lately, because I think this rush to live also comes from this very zoomed in, myopic perspective where you can't really look into the future. You don't really have foresight. I think that's where it partially comes from. And I've been reminding myself that this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of my life. Sure, I'm 21, I've lived 21 years of life, but it somehow feels like all of those years, yeah, they were important, they were very formative, but they don't count. It doesn't count as living, because most of the choices that I made back then weren't even my own. Now I'm making my own choices and living with a sense of intentionality and actively creating my life instead of just passively living it. So when you look at it that way, yeah, I'm just starting to live and my life has just started. So, yeah, it makes sense to be patient and also at the same time to be graceful with yourself, because I also beat myself up a lot for not doing enough. I keep telling my mom it feels like no matter what I do, it's not enough. And I look around and people my age are doing so much, at least the ones on social media. They're living in different countries, they're writing books, they really seem to have a lot going on. And I know that's a very small percentage of people, and social media is always not as it seems. But I wonder if it's a mindset thing, because if it's a mindset thing, then I am to be blamed. There is something that I might be doing wrong. I don't know what that is. I hope to find clarity on it, hopefully soon. If it's a mindset thing, I will do everything in my power to change it, to rewire how I think. I don't know what is stopping me. So I said I am trying out new things, I am taking on new projects, but at times I also hold myself back. Like when a peacock just flew right over my head. I feel like I hold myself back in a few areas, especially when it demands a lot of courage from my end, like making new friends. When I moved here, I made friends with my roommate and other people who live in the room next to mine. But I didn't really actively go out and talk to people I found interesting. There are a lot of people that I want to be friends with, and there's a term for it, right? Friend crushes. I've been having a lot of friend crushes lately, and I see them being ambitious, driven, having the same sort of a mindset, and I have to find ways to put myself out there, because apart from career, apart from success and achieving goals, I want to find community. It has been a goal for me for some time now, because finding community helps you achieve other goals, is what I think. Like, if you find people who are interested in the same stuff as you are, you can keep each other motivated, you can find things to do together, things that might be very intimidating to do by yourself. And I am a very DIY person, but I also find that having that company really does make a difference. Shared experiences does make a difference. But it's going to take time, and I'm not gonna wallow in self pity about the fact that I cannot go out and make friends. I came here, I moved out, I live by myself. I made this active choice to move out for a reason, to build my own life and build an identity. And I have to be more proactive about it. And another thing that I wanted to talk about is how important it is to feel positive. We always think that positive emotions are a result of finishing tasks and being more disciplined, or at least I used to think that way, being more disciplined, accomplishing goals, and having good friends. But positive emotions are also what you need to build resources and have good experiences. One thing that I have been doing to ensure that is waking up early. I have seen how waking up early really puts me in this peaceful state of mind where I can plan out what I'm going to do for the day. It helps me set intention. It makes me feel a little positive, and it gives me enough time to remind myself that it's a new day and I can make different choices, and I don't have to live according to this programming, according to this mundanity. I think where people go wrong, what people do wrong that eventually makes them depressed on the long run is this surrenderance, is this submission to automatic processes, to programming. And we give it the name of discipline, but sometimes you have to break the monotony. One best example that I can give is with music, right? When you put on your headphones and you go on Spotify, I bet that most people just listen to what's on their liked songs or what they have been listening to for the past couple of weeks. And they don't really have a specific song in mind that they want to listen to, or they aren't really open to listening to new music or discovering a different genre. And we use the same kind of an approach to a lot of things we do. We hang out with the friends that we've been hanging out with because it's comfortable, just because that has become part of our daily routine, right? But that's where positive emotions become very important, because it really reminds you that you can make choices and you have a lot more power than you think you do over your life. So, yeah, that is it.